Next question will go to Bill Foster. What is your position on the privatization of the military, especially Blackwater? We're on the military.
Yeah. Growing up as a kid in this country, I would never have believed that we would have seen the abuses like Guantanamo, the using these mercenary forces, part of them South African, in ways that are completely outside the rule of law, and things that are done in my name. Military actions that are done in my name as a U.S. taxpayer should be fully accountable all the way up to the president. And the idea that, well, we're going to turn these people loose and free them from any sort of legal constraint has gotten us up into exactly the mess that we see now. These are hated by the Iraqis as much as we would hate having mercenary forces turned loose in our country. And, frankly, who can blame them? At least when your brother is killed, you want to be able to go to a court and find out if your brother was doing anything that made him, that he should have been killed for. And that's being taken away from the Iraqis. There are lots of reasons why you need agents to protect people. There are lots of reasons why it is difficult to keep very talented military personnel in the military, but my answer to that would be pay them better wages so we get the very high-end personnel so that those are the people that are protecting Condoleezza Rice and so on, and not Blackwater and other mercenaries. Anyway, I think I've made myself clear.
Okay, very good.
I believe one of the problems that we have in our country is that our military has ceded responsibility for many military activities that should be military activities to the private sector. I think that's a mistake from a short, medium, and long-term perspective for the strength of the United States and the strength of the United States military. And what's even not well known, and so this notion that the military should be hiring contractors, often at pay that's much higher than our own soldiers get paid, is, I think, short-sighted. I think it's short-sighted from a country perspective and from a military perspective. And I think if you look at the history of countries that hire mercenaries, you'll see that there's some real issues with that. So that's my position with respect to the hiring of mercenaries. And one thing that's important to remember, when we talk about the 3,800, more than 3,800 U.S. soldiers that have died in Iraq, there's about an equal number of private contractors who we don't hear about. So the total death toll of Americans, military and military paid, is actually military paid workers, contractors, actually twice as high. It's about 7,600, 7,700. Not to mention which is a number that doesn't include the 50,000 to 600,000 Iraqi civilians that have died as well. So we should keep all those numbers in mind when we consider what we're going to do with Iraq and when we should withdraw, which I believe is immediately.
Okay, very good. John?
This is exactly what I was talking about when I said that the task of my generation is a separation of corporation and state. This is part of the military-industrial complex, part of the Contract on America, Newt Gingrich's plan, the Contract on America, which seeks to privatize every element of government. Privatize the military, privatize our public water system, privatize how we build roads. This is what the Republicans want to do. And what you end up with in a military situation is a group, a force that does not respond to the uniform code of military justice. They respond to nobody and operate as if they are above the law. Where in the military, we operate by the code of conduct, and we adhere to the Geneva Convention with the rare exception of several cases in Abu Ghraib. And I agree that most of the money that is being spent on private military contractors like Blackwater USA could be spent on our troops by not only giving our troops a pay raise, but we also have another way that already exists through government service employees.
My name is John Lash. I approve this message.